All right, let's move on then to some friends. That's what, yeah.
Okay, I want you to talk about the friendships first.
I mean, the list is because my family is non-existent. My friends have always been my family. So like this part of Soulmates connects the deepest with me because everywhere I've lived, I've had to like create a group that was just like I felt like super close, super bonded, and I don't know why, I don't know how. Like it always evolves like that.
Yeah.
It just does, and I mean, it's too many lists to count. There was it's obviously it starts in the workplace, but when I was in the hospital, like even that corpus had a little nucleus, and then B Dubs, Buffalo Wild Wings, where we met. Like that was one of the best times ever. That friend group, just because.
I love that group.
Yeah, and that's what we all hated the job. We hated the hours. We hated everything. The man, yeah, the fucking everything, the outwork, like everything about it. But I think like till we die, we will still all be connected somehow. Like everybody through somehow, like those people be connected. Like whether we hate each other, like each other, don't matter. And
That's actually one of the stories that I was going to talk about once you finish your friendships was when we went to our coworker's house. That we'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, I'm glad that you brought that up because that's important. But yes, anyway.
but yeah, they're all the only one that, well, not the only one, but my friend Steven, who I was adopted, and then I met him like 2 years after I was adopted. So I know him pretty much as long as I know anyone in my life. And
Yeah.
obviously that friendship is like a brother. And I'm very good at just from moving and going on. I guess I get really invested fast, and then I'm okay if they dissipate. Like I treat them for I treat friendships better than my love soulmates. Definitely. I wish I probably would treat my love soulmates more like my friendships.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really enjoy them in the moment and have as much fun in the moment with them and get as much out of them. And then I understand when they go away that people move on and life happens. But if they do reappear, like it's even better because the history you have with friends is something that you can't re trace, reconnect with someone else. Kind of
Yeah,
why it's hard to compete with an ex-lover because someone who you have history with, it's just hard to compete with that.
exactly. It's basically like starting over, and sometimes you just don't have that connection again.
Mhm.
So it's a lot easier, I think, having friend soulmates, like you said, versus relationship soulmates. Because, well, if you're social with people like we are, I'm sure there's some people who's like friendship soulmates.
Yeah. It's me, myself, and I, my dog, and then my boyfriend. No.
Literally, yeah, that's it. That's it, Chief.
So, what are some of your friends, soulmates that you've had over the years?
Oh, okay. So definitely my best friend, the one that I was talking about since I
Emily.
was London. That is, yeah, Emily is literally my best. That is like my soul mate. Like nobody compares to this bitch. Okay, like it's just what it is. Number one, forever and always. Right. So that's definitely my
Oh,
biggest soul. Go ahead.
to cut you off. Sorry. With Emily, do you? Because I feel this way a little with Steven. Do you wish like when you're like 80, like even if you're married, like let's just like leave our spouse and go live in a house together when we're old? Because I'd rather just hang with you all day.
So literally, this is so funny that I can't believe that you're bringing this up. I'm just gonna fucking say it. I'm just gonna speak on it. So it's hilarious, right? So when we were younger, we were always just like, "Fuck this!" Like we're basically just gonna grow up. We're gonna get like government married. We're not gonna be together. Like you still do your thing. I still do my thing. Like you have your man friendses. I have my man friendses. But we come home, we be together, and that's just what it is. Like we don't want to deal with the bullshit. We don't want none of the fuckery. Now, she just recently got engaged, so I can't argue with that. So I'm like, okay, but I'm just gonna live in your basement for the rest of forever. That's so yeah, but it was like I said, it was like an odd start to it because I would have never thought that it would have evolved into a soulmate friendship just because of the initial reaction. But or the initial meeting, and just like I've always been very sensitive. She's a Scorpio. She's very straightforward. She's very direct. She's from Philly, so straight to it. You know what I'm saying? And me, I cry over everything. So of course, initially it was like, what is going on? But then, you know, once you kind of like onion, you peel back the layers, you know. But yeah, so that's definitely my longest, I guess you could say, soulmate friendship. In a weird way, I don't know if this counts, but like my cousin Maddie, right? So it's like weird because she's my cousin, but she was adopted into the family when she was 7 weeks old.
Okay.
So, but literally, it's, yes, we grew up together and everything, but if you see me and my cousin together, it's just like we're literally the same human. It's crazy, but we have the same like wavelength. We connect on every single level. I feel like that's something that's a very important in friendship. We have just such an understanding when it comes to each other. We're both very empathetic, so we just know like how to work with each other. I don't know. It's just we're always in sync. I didn't talk to this girl for years, which that's a conversation that when my podcast comes out, she and I are going to sit down and we'll talk about it. Yeah, we've been planning that, but we didn't talk for years. And I'm talking like 10 years, probably over that, almost over 10 years. And then I saw her one day and it was like nothing ever happened. It was like I talked to her every single day over the past 10 years. It's just, you never skip a beat. So those are, I think, two of like my most important friendship relationships. But then in a weird way, my significant other, it's weird because I see him more as, even though we're romantically involved and I want to stay that way, but the way that our connection is, I feel like I have more of a friendship in him than anything. That was something that was weird with us because,
oh no, I love that though.
Yeah, I feel more comfortable in saying that this is the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with, but you're like my friendship soulmate. Like I genuinely have a true friend in him. I tell him everything. He's just there to listen. He's not judgmental. He's very supportive and is always in my corner. Even when we weren't together, I could always depend and count on him. So we have a very, very strong foundation in that. So I believe that he's my friendship soulmate. That's fucking weird, but that's just a couple.
No, that's a good couple. I think that's a good couple.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Hey, don't forget to follow me on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, whatever you want, you know.